September 1st. We're covering the distance formula again and how it relates to what we talked about yesterday. So, all right, distance formula. Distance between 2 points is equal to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. So today, you're going to be asked to find the perimeter. And area. Of triangle PQR with P. P is going to be at negative 1, 3. Q, negative 3, negative 1. And R, 4, negative 1. That's going to be it. That's all you're given right there. Here's your question. The first thing that you're going to want to do is graph this triangle so you got a better look at it. So P is at negative 1, 3. So negative 1, 1, 2, 3. Here's point P right here. Q is at negative 3, negative 1. So there's negative 3, negative 1. Q. And R is at 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1. And then if you connect the dots, they're asking you to find the perimeter and the area. Perimeter and the area. So in order to find the perimeter, the perimeter is going to be equal to QR, all right, the length of that side, plus PR, plus PQ. So now look, since Q to R is a horizontal line, you can just count the units to find that length. All right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The bottom of this triangle, the base of this triangle is 7. So here, your Q to R, that's 7, plus. Now you need your P to R, okay? P to R. Well, here's P, negative 1, 3. R is at 4, negative 1. We're going to use P twice. So let's go X1, Y1, X2, Y2. So we need to find now P to R. It's equal to the square root of X sub 2 minus X sub 1. So 4 minus negative 3 squared. Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1. That's a negative 1 minus 3 squared. Four minus negative 3. That's keep change change. I think that comes from like 6th grade. So that's 7 squared, that's a 49. I did something wrong here again. Right in here, I messed this up. So get your eraser out. This x sub 2 minus x sub 1, that should be 4 minus negative 1. Right here. Here's the x sub 2, this 4, minus your x sub 1, which is negative 1. So change that in there to 4 minus negative 1. My brain just ain't working right today. I'm so frustrated. So that's 4 plus 1 is 5 squared is 25. Still got the negative 1 minus the 3. So negative 1 minus 3, that's negative 4, and negative 4 squared is 16. (25) plus 16 is 41. Square root of 41, 6.4. All right, so there's another piece of your puzzle to say. P to R, that's 6.4. Now you need to find P to Q. And Q is at, here's Q, negative 3, negative 1. And now we're going to call that your x sub 2 and your x sub 1. Because we're going to do this formula again for the distance from P to Q. So P to Q equal to square root of, let's see, well, that's x2 and y2. Say 2 and y2. All right, so now we got x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Negative 3 minus negative 1 squared. And then negative 1 minus 3. And that's squared as well. And then on this negative 3 minus negative 1, going to keep change. So negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2 squared. That's a 4. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. And negative 4 squared is 16. So this becomes square root of 20, which is 4.47. So 4.47. So we can add those three together, the 4.47 plus the 6.4 plus the 7. 17.87. There's the first part of your answer. That's the perimeter. All right, and then we said yesterday that area equals 0.5 times the base times the height. So here's what we got. 0.5 times, here's your base, this horizontal piece. There's your base. Now, when you're talking about base and height, the base and the height of any shape are always perpendicular to each other. Base and height are always perpendicular to each other. So if this base, Q to R, is 7, and the segment that's perpendicular to it, that's inside this triangle, That's, you can count the units again. You don't need the distance formula because it's a horizontal line. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 units right there. So we got 0.5 times 7 times 4 is the height. And that's 0.5 times 7 times 4 is 14. 14. So there's your area. Any questions on any of that? Can I leave what? Okay, the area formula that I gave you yesterday, the area of a triangle is equal to 0.5 times the base times the height. It's part of the formula. Any other questions? Distance formula, perimeter, or finding the area of these shapes? It's easy to wear your mask too, but you know, some people don't do that. All right, so your practice for today is on page 62. (25) through 28, problems 25 through 28. All right, it's going in the basket when you're done. Yeah. Can I finish what I'm doing?